Have you ever felt perfectly fine, only to learn from a routine checkup that your arteries are starting to clog? It's more common than you think. Atherosclerosis, when your arteries harden and narrow from plaque buildup, can creep up silently for years. No pain, no warning, until the day it triggers a heart attack or stroke. But what if you could stop it before it stops you? You don't need a cabinet full of medications to protect your heart. You don't even need fancy supplements. Just a few changes to what's already on your plate can make all the difference. In today's video, we'll explore 10 powerful foods that not only help prevent clogged arteries, but may even reverse damage when used the right way. And yes, there is a right and a wrong way to prepare many of these foods. Some people are eating healthy, but missing out on most of the benefits. You'll want to take notes when we get to number 7 and number 3. Those two are game changers. Now stick with me, because at the end of this video, I've got 2 free gifts waiting for you. One is a must-read book that tells the real story about fat and cholesterol. The other is a documentary episode that every heart-conscious person should watch at least once. So before we dive in, do yourself and your heart a favor. Tap that like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. That way, you won't miss out on any of our future videos about living longer, stronger, and naturally healthier. All right, ready to unclog those arteries? Let's start with a food that looks just like the human heart and works wonders for it too. Let's begin with a food that almost looks like it was made for your heart. Beets. Rich, red, and earthy. Beets have been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but what modern science confirms is even more impressive. Beets are one of the most powerful natural sources of dietary nitrates. Inside your body, these nitrates convert into nitric oxide, a molecule that helps relax and widen blood vessels. That means better blood flow, lower blood pressure, and less strain on your heart with every beat. But that's not all. Beets also contain betaine, a nutrient that helps lower levels of homocysteine, an amino acid that can quietly damage artery walls over time. Homocysteine builds up when your body doesn't process protein properly, especially as we age, and high levels have been linked to heart disease, stroke, even cognitive decline. So instead of letting homocysteine silently wear down your arteries, adding beets to your meals can help neutralize the damage. Now here's a helpful tip. The benefits of beets are stronger when eaten raw or lightly cooked. Roasting them at high heat or boiling too long can reduce their nitric oxide potential. A simple beet salad, grated into slaw, or blended into a smoothie. These are easy ways to tap into their heart-loving properties without losing their potency. It's nature's blood pressure support. No prescription needed. Now let's talk about something you've likely been told to eat your whole life: leafy greens. Turns out that advice wasn't just for growing strong bones. It could be one of the best ways to protect your arteries as you age. Kale, spinach, arugula, Swiss chard, collard greens. They're all packed with nutrients like magnesium, potassium, folate, and vitamin C. Each of these plays a role in keeping blood vessels flexible, helping your heart pump more efficiently, and keeping your pressure in check. But here's the real powerhouse in greens: vitamin K. Specifically, vitamin K1, found in high amounts in leafy greens, has been shown to help prevent calcium buildup in arteries. That's a key factor in arterial stiffness and plaque formation. One pivotal study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that people who consumed the most vitamin K had a 21% lower risk of being hospitalized due to atherosclerosis. That's a big deal, because hospitalizations usually come after a serious event. So instead of letting calcium settle into your artery walls, vitamin K works like a gentle broom, helping direct calcium to where it belongs: your bones. And don't overlook watercress. This lesser-known leafy green contains a compound called gluconostirden, which has shown potential in fighting cancer-causing toxins from processed and burnt foods. The bottom line? A handful of greens a day isn't just good nutrition, it's artery protection. When it comes to simple, affordable, and powerful heart foods, beans are hard to beat. They're humble, yes, but don't let that fool you. Inside every bean is a cocktail of fiber, protein, minerals, and a surprising power to heal damaged arteries. Beans are incredibly rich in soluble fiber, which helps remove excess cholesterol from your bloodstream before it ever settles into artery walls. They also support gut health, which has a growing connection to heart health, especially as we age. But here's where it gets exciting. In a clinical study published in the journal Atherosclerosis, people with peripheral artery disease, a condition where arteries in the legs narrow, were asked to eat just half a cup of cooked legumes a day for 8 weeks. The result? Blood flow to their limbs improved by 5.5%. LDL cholesterol dropped by nearly 9%. Total cholesterol went down around 5%. Those aren't small numbers, especially for food you can get for under $1 a pound. Now, some folks worry about lectins in beans. Here's the good news. Simply soaking them overnight, changing the water once or twice, and cooking thoroughly at high heat dramatically reduces lectins. It's a traditional step that modern cooking often skips, but it makes all the difference. So instead of another serving of white rice or refined carbs, reach for beans. They'll fill you up, nourish your heart, and cost next to nothing. Next up, garlic. It's more than just flavor for your food. It's one of nature's oldest and most potent healing tools, especially when it comes to your arteries. Garlic contains powerful organosulfur compounds like allicin, which have been shown to lower blood pressure, reduce inflammation, and even slow plaque buildup. These compounds work by supporting the inner lining of your arteries, the endothelium, helping it stay flexible and responsive rather than stiff and blocked. In fact, recent research published in Frontiers in Cardiovascular Medicine shows that these sulfur compounds in garlic can reduce cholesterol, neutralize oxidative stress, and regulate fat metabolism at the cellular level. It's like giving your arteries a daily detox, naturally. But here's a tip most people miss. To get the full benefit of allicin, you need to crush or chop garlic and let it sit for 10 minutes before cooking. That little waiting time allows the allicin to activate through contact with air. If you cook garlic immediately after chopping, you lose most of the active compounds. So take that extra 10 minutes. It's worth it. Can't handle the smell? Some folks blend garlic with lemon juice and honey into a morning tonic. Others use aged garlic extract, which is gentler on the stomach, but still packs a punch. Bottom line, garlic may not win you any breath contests, but it just might save your heart. If there's one tiny food that packs a massive punch for your arteries, it's flax seeds. These little seeds might look simple, but they're one of the richest sources of heart protective nutrients on Earth. First, flax seeds are loaded with lignans, a type of plant compound with powerful antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. In fact, flax seeds contain up to 100 times more lignans than any other commonly eaten food. And in a world where most diets lack these vital compounds, flax offers a simple fix. Why do lignans matter? They help balance hormone levels, reduce oxidative stress, and support healthy cholesterol levels, all key in keeping arteries clean and flexible. Flax seeds are also a top plant source of alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, an omega-3 fatty acid that helps lower triglycerides, fight irregular heart rhythms, and reduce inflammation linked to plaque buildup. But here's something many people get wrong. If you eat whole flax seeds, they may pass through your system undigested. Your body can't break through the hard outer shell. So instead of sprinkling whole seeds on your food, use ground flaxseed or grind them yourself using a coffee grinder. It only takes a few seconds. and your body can absorb the full benefits. Try adding a tablespoon to your oatmeal, yogurt, or smoothie each day. It's a tiny habit that can make a big impact, especially for your heart. Let's crack open one of the most researched heart health superfoods, walnuts. They're not just brain-shaped for fun, they truly nourish both the mind and the heart. Walnuts are rich in omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, which helps lower inflammation, reduce triglycerides, and support healthy blood vessels. But their benefits go beyond just healthy fats. They're also packed with vitamin E, folate, magnesium, and polyphenols, compounds that fight oxidative stress and protect cells from damage. What's even more convincing is the research. 4 major long-term studies found that people who ate nuts regularly, especially walnuts, had significantly lower rates of coronary heart disease. And get this, folks who consume walnuts more than 5 times a week had up to a 40% reduced risk of heart disease-related death. Each additional serving per week reduced that risk by another 8%. That's a powerful return on something so small and delicious. Walnuts also support endothelial function. That's the thin lining inside your arteries. Healthy endothelium means your blood vessels stay flexible, resilient, and better at managing blood pressure. Plus, walnuts help your body remove cholesterol from arterial walls and send it to the liver for recycling. That process, known as cholesterol efflux, is key to reversing early plaque buildup. So next time you reach for a snack, skip the chips. Grab a small handful of walnuts. Your heart will thank you. Bright, zesty, and often overlooked, lemons are more than just a garnish or splash of flavor. They're one of the most underrated tools for supporting healthy arteries. Lemons are packed with vitamin C and a family of plant compounds called citrus flavonoids, which help reduce inflammation, regulate blood sugar, and strengthen the walls of blood vessels. These flavonoids also act as antioxidants, protecting your cells from oxidative stress, a key contributor to arterial plaque. But here's what makes lemons stand out among citrus fruits. They're low in sugar. That matters because high blood sugar has a direct link to atherosclerosis. One particular compound found in lemons is called naringenin. It plays a powerful role in liver health, helping the liver break down fats more efficiently and reduce fat buildup, a condition known as fatty liver disease. And since your liver and arteries are deeply connected, improving liver function supports cleaner blood vessels too. Instead of sugary orange juice in the morning, consider a warm glass of water with fresh lemon juice. It's a gentle, natural way to start your day and support your heart at the same time. Some people even mix lemon with garlic, honey, and a bit of cayenne as a daily tonic. Just make sure to listen to your body, especially if you're sensitive to citrus. Bottom line, lemons may be small, but their impact on your arteries is anything but. Few foods have stood the test of time quite like olive oil. A staple of the Mediterranean diet, it's been used for centuries not just in cooking, but as medicine. And modern science is proving why. Olive oil is rich in monounsaturated fats, particularly oleic acid, which helps reduce inflammation, stabilize blood sugar, and support healthy cholesterol levels. But what really sets olive oil apart are its polyphenols, plant compounds with antioxidant power. These compounds protect the delicate inner lining of your blood vessels, called the endothelium, keeping it smooth and elastic instead of stiff and clogged. In one study involving patients with early signs of arterial disease, those who consumed just 30 ml of extra virgin olive oil per day experienced significant improvements in endothelial function over just 4 months. Even more impressive, levels of inflammatory markers like cycam dropped, and certain immune cells linked to chronic inflammation were reduced. Here's a key point though. To get these benefits, you need real extra virgin olive oil, not refined blends. Look for cold-pressed, dark glass bottles, ideally with a harvest date, and don't be afraid to use it generously. Drizzle it over salads, roasted vegetables, or even a spoonful straight in the morning if you like. It's a far cry from the outdated fear of fat. Instead of processed seed oils, olive oil gives your heart the nourishment it's been craving all along. Now let's turn to something that might already be sitting in your kitchen cabinet: spices. They're not just for flavor. Some of them deliver powerful support for your arteries, especially as we age. Let's start with turmeric. Its active compound, curcumin, is a strong anti-inflammatory and antioxidant. Curcumin helps calm the inflammation that damages artery walls and even slows the growth of smooth muscle cells that contribute to plaque buildup. Studies show turmeric can improve endothelial function, reduce oxidized cholesterol, and help keep blood vessels clear and flexible. To boost its absorption, combine turmeric with black pepper, which contains piperine, a compound that increases curcumin's bioavailability by up to 2,000%. Next up, cinnamon. This warming spice helps regulate blood sugar, which is essential because excess sugar stiffens arteries and fuels inflammation. And don't forget cayenne pepper. It contains capsaicin, which stimulates blood flow, supports circulation, and may help lower cholesterol naturally over time. Some folks even create a daily drink using lemon juice, garlic, turmeric, cayenne, and honey, a blend of natural compounds that support artery health from multiple angles. So instead of reaching for another bottle of salad dressing or sauce loaded with preservatives, consider spicing things up, literally, because the right herbs and spices can help keep your blood moving freely, and that's the kind of heat your heart needs. Finally, let's end with one of the most powerful and most overlooked foods for your arteries: broccoli sprouts. You've probably heard that cruciferous vegetables like broccoli, cauliflower, and kale are good for your heart, but their sprouts, those delicate 3-day-old versions, contain up to 100 times more glucoraphanin than mature broccoli. Why does that matter? Because when you chew or chop these sprouts, glucoraphanin turns into sulforaphane, a compound shown in studies to protect the endothelium, reduce oxidative stress, and most importantly, help clear out foam cells. Foam cells are what form when cholesterol gets trapped in immune cells inside your artery walls. They're one of the early signs of atherosclerosis. In a 2023 study published in Nutrients, researchers found that sulforaphane helped regulate how cholesterol is transported and removed by macrophages, key immune cells inside arteries. That means fewer blockages forming in the first place. And while any cruciferous veggie is good, sprouts are especially potent. They're easy to grow at home, don't require cooking, and can be added raw to salads, wraps, or smoothies. Just one small handful a few times a week can support cleaner arteries, naturally. So instead of waiting for disease to develop, why not nourish your body with a food designed by nature to defend you from the inside out? So now you know 10 powerful foods that can help support clean, healthy arteries. Some reduce inflammation, others help clear cholesterol, and a few actually boost the body's natural ability to repair and protect blood vessels. But here's the truth: no single food will do it all on its own. What matters is the pattern, your daily habits, the choices you make every meal, every week. If you've ever been told that you're too old to change, don't believe it. People well into their 60s, 70s, even 80s have reversed dangerous cholesterol numbers, lowered blood pressure, and boosted energy just by changing what they eat. And yes, there are people in our own comment section who've done just that. So ask yourself, would you rather rely on a lifetime of prescriptions and side effects, or begin reclaiming your health one bite at a time? To help you start, I've left a free book and a documentary episode linked below. They dive deeper into the real story behind cholesterol and what modern medicine often gets wrong. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone you care about. Your heart is with you every second of every day. It works hard for you. Isn't it time to return the favor? Start today. Your next meal could be your best medicine yet.